you have to trade Justin Fields now. Okay? You can't do this whole, we're going to wait. You have to agree to a trade with somebody now. You can't wait until this plays out, free agency, as it goes. You cannot wait because the market for Justin Fields isn't quite what the Bears thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
And now we found out that most likely Baker Mayfield is going to go back to Tampa.
Yeah.
Most likely, Kirk Cousins is going to go to Atlanta, if you believe all the reports of Kirk Cousins is shopping for a house. Kirk Cousins is touring schools. Kirk Cousins has been seen in downtown Buckhead hanging out with people.
He was at the local thrift store buying some new shirts.
He was in Patagonia saying, I love that jacket. Yeah. He's the Progressive commercial where the guy buys the same shirt twice. I'm going to get it anyway.
He's turning into his dad.
And with the rising of the players, with the rising of all the quarterbacks in the combine, we're now going to get anywhere between 4 and 6 quarterbacks potentially taken in the first round. These are all teams that are going to be there to trade for Justin Fields. But as well as these players are trending up, and now that maybe, Atlanta, who would be a great destination, looks like they're going to say, we'll wait for Kirk Cousins. I saw him in Alpharetta. He was here. That's where his wife went to high school, whatever it was. Suddenly that might be off the board. Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. The market's drying up, man. You got to trade Justin Fields, and you got to do it now. And I'm going full Warden and Shawshank. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast. You have to trade him now, or you're going to find out that there's no market for him. Not that teams don't want him, but when you can say, okay, we can have Justin, like Atlanta saying, Justin Fields, where we have to trade a couple of picks and maybe one of them has to be a first rounder, or Kirk Cousins, who is just money. Kirk Cousins. Other teams saying, boy, we can go get Justin Fields, or, boy, Michael Penix is really going to be there for us at 15. Michael Penix. Oh, J.J. McCarthy. We'll move up to get J. So that's another team like the Giants that are going to be off the board getting J.J. McCarthy, someone like that. These are all drying up. Mm-hmm. And so all of this, you're waiting too long. You needed to strike when you had that window and agree to a deal so now you can move on, because what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck. And I mean, you're going to get stuck where we're taking Caleb Williams and we still have Justin Fields on the roster. And what the hell are we doing? Like that's why I'm intervening with you right now for yourself, for us, to give us a trade to actually talk about. So we're not talking about when could this happen. Yeah. This needs to happen, but this trade's got to happen, man. You can't wait any longer to say, because you're going to wind up in a week. It's going to be, how about a 4th rounder? Or how about, we're going to wait. We're just going to wait now. Or we're pulling our offer off the table. What's your best offer? We don't have an offer. We're going to wait till after the draft now, because now we've moved on. The Bears went from, we're going to do right by Justin, all this stuff. There's no sense of urgency. There's been no, hey, this team really wants Justin Fields. There's a lot of conversation back and forth, and there's 2 teams that are fighting. There's been none of that. And you have to create that market. You have to push it, and you did not, man. You got to make this trade now, man.
Yeah, there was no creating a market. We've been talking about it all along. Like, as much as you'd love to say, all right, trade him and just draft Caleb Williams and move on, outside of the arrival of Kirk Cousins into the mix, we knew this was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen with all of these rookie quarterbacks. Everybody loves
But Atlanta was your place. Atlanta was, hey, that's got to be,
But any of the reports and the evaluation that people were putting out and saying, they'll get a first-round pick for him. It's like, my ass. There's no chance in hell they were getting a first-round pick for him.
No, but what they could do is I could say a second and a third, or a second and or 2 seconds. That's it.
It was going to be a couple of
move up,
right? A couple of day 2s, and maybe there's some clauses based on snaps,
whatever he
efficiencies,
does, Pro Bowl, something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That potentially, but in terms of straight up, hey, we're going to give you a number 1 pick. No, chance.
It's not going to happen.
No chance.
You got to make that deal, man.
But
you got to make that deal for all of us.
Yeah, the worst case situation is not the one you described, though. Fields is still there. Because if Caleb,
I don't know, man. Williams Fields, that's like when the Jersey Generals had Jim Kelly and Doug Flutie. Like that wasn't working out, man. When the Cowboys had Aikman and Steve Walsh, that didn't really work out.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we always get back into. Like, you're a big advocate of, if you draft a guy in the first round, he's got to play. I say he doesn't. I say he doesn't if you have something serviceable that works while they learn. But there's no market, right? You're not going to give him away for a bag of balls. Like, you'd rather wait for a team to get desperate because someone gets hurt, which inevitably they will.
Yeah, but
right?
if they get hurt, it's going to be something. Okay, now we're going to pony up. Now we want Justin Fields to be our guy.
But the point is, well, look, you
had a sweet spot.
Joe
and you're
Flacco's not going to be sitting out of. There wasn't a sweet spot.
Sure, there was.
It was all a theoretical sweet spot.
There was a lot of teams.
The only guy. No, there was a lot of chatter. There was a lot of. Blah, blah,
and that's
blah, blah,
how you have to.
How
But
much
you
of that
can't
was
wait.
legitimate?
You can't
hey,
sit
they're
back
ready
and
to
wait.
Give us a giant satchel of stuff and a bag of pierogies for them. That's not going to...
You're going to bring up pierogies? You still going to do that? You really going to do that?
You're Steelers.
You really? You going to bring up pierogies?
Pierogies, yeah.
Hey, Steelers, pierogies are pretty big in Pittsburgh, too.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, get those pierogies. Get those pierogies. You want to get pierogies. You can get them with cheese or potatoes or any... Oh, the pierogies are fantastic in Pittsburgh. And Philadelphia. You get them both there.
Smash them into your Permani Brothers sandwich.
I'll put them in there.
There you go.
There's they just okayed Mayor of Easttown Part 2, Season 2. So there's going to be Wawa, there's going to be pierogies, and there's going to be all kinds. Maybe pierogies at the murder scene or something. Maybe someone will get murdered with a pierogi. That'd be, you could buy pierogies and open that up. Pretty good. Perfect.
I mean, in Ocean's 13, they did poison that guy with dumplings. So it has been done.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean like you hit somebody with the pierogies. And
you hit them with
Yeah.
They don't call them dumplings for nothing, Mike.
Hit you with a pierogi, knock you down. If you fall over some kind of branch, hit your face or something. Go Flyers.
You're insane. But Kirk Cousins is the only new addition to this. Right? Yes, people getting and salivating over McCarthy, whatever, is interesting. What I do laugh about is when you get into Penix Jr. and some of these other guys, they're as older than what Justin Fields is.
Michael Penix Jr. is 32. All right, I get that. I get it. So is J.J. McCarthy. These guys are old.
These guys are old.
Guys are coming in, man.
There's Justin Fields he's
24.
Done.
Yeah.
He'll never learn another trick or get better as a quarterback.
But you got to make this move, man. You got to. I mean, this is where for so long this was the conversation, and you sat back and you let it cool, and now the Bears are going to screw themselves, and they're going to be stuck with Justin Fields, and it's, well, I don't know what do we do. I don't know.
Yeah, but
all right.
If legitimately they were ready to act before the combine, which I don't believe for a second. Like, all of these teams wanted to at least go and meet and evaluate and talk to all these guys, even the ones that didn't do anything, but maybe just shake their hands and say hello, that they were going to go through the process. So you weren't going to be able to consummate a trade before then anyway. But for Justin Fields, I never believed there was a robust market for it, and we've been saying that for a month. Like, it's all just, all right, Atlanta looks great.
Whatever the market is, that's the market.
But you got to try to put it somewhere. How do you know they ever had substantive trade talks at all?
That's the market.
I'm saying there might not have been a market.
The market is the market.
There might have been a bunch of jackasses at typewriters going, come on now.
No. There were teams interested, but you waited too long. And what are we going to do? We decided, now we're going to go, and we're going to go with Caleb Williams. You had months to figure this crap out, and now you're screwing yourself.
They're the Bears!
I know, exactly. That's why we had the whole intervention. That's why they put the instant replay in the game. That's why we're having this. You got to make that trade. You got to make that trade, man. Because you know what? Because it's a little personal.
Because I get to make this decision.
Because it's a little personal. Because we've talked about Justin Fields every bleeping day since the season ended, since the Super Bowl ended. Oh, Justin Fields. What's Justin Fields? We got to have some kind of solution here. So you got to go.
You'd like to have a resolution.
Figure that out.
Something better than the finales of most teams.
And you want to wear Bears crap every day, where you've worn.
What am I wearing?
You've worn the same Bears sweatshirt the last 4 nights, and now you're wearing your Cutler jersey.
It looks good too, doesn't it?
It's like me, a bull seeing red. Like, you got to you can't waste all our time. The Bears are wasting all our time with this. You got to trade Justin Fields. You got to do it now. You can't wait anymore.
We could have talked about pierogies again.
You can't wait. Don't change the subject to bring up something that makes me even more mad than it was. Look at that. I mean, we're seeing a bear eating a pierogi on top of Jay Cutler's number 6.